everybody? Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. As many of you know, come Tuesday, it's going to be a pretty big night of wrestling. You got NXT going against AEW Dynamite, and this hasn't been done since the Wednesday Night Wars. And I think that was over with at around April of 2021. I'm not sure if they've gone head to head since then. If they had, let me know. I'm not talking pay-per-views. I'm talking about USA, NXT, and TBS, TNT, Dynamite. Like I said, I think this is the first time they've done this since 2021. And, NXT is Tuesday nights. They gracefully bowed out Wednesday, moved to Tuesday. But they are bringing out the big guns for it. You're going to have Asuka going against Roxanne. Cody Rhodes is going to make an appearance. And the main event of that night is Carmelo Hayes versus Braun Breaker. Carmelo Hayes is going to have John Cena in his corner, and in the corner of Braun Breaker is going to be Paul Heyman. So that could be interesting there. A little foreshadowing maybe. Now on the AEW side, you're going to have the superstar formerly known as Edge, the rated R superstar, Adam Copeland, going against Luchasaurus, former WWE star Chris Jericho, going against Powerhouse Hobbs, former WWE superstar who is known as Dean Ambrose, now it's Jon Moxley. He's going against Rey Fenix for the International Championship. Two former WWE stars. Actually, I think Swerve Strickland made briefly on the main roster, I believe. But he'll be going against Bryan Danielson, of course, in WWE. He was known as Daniel Bryan, excuse me. Then you're going to have a women's championship match. Saraya, formerly known as Paige in the WWE, going against Hikaru Shida. Also, you're going to have Jay White versus Hangman Adam Page. And I think that's the only one that doesn't have at least a former WWE talent on there. So, and that was my big thing, personally, when they was doing the Wednesday Night Wars, because you had Chris Jericho on Dynamite, Moxley, people that at least the hardcore wrestling fans knew, like Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks. You had a good crop of former WWE stars there. I think, of course, Cody Rhodes was there, and he was going against basically people who were the developmental people. You did have Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly. So yes, this is kind of the buzz I always kind of get. It's like, because I think this is when Vince McMahon kind of took it over NXT for a brief time till crap hit the fan about him. It was basically, he was like, hey, if you guys can't beat AEW guys, then I don't need you. I think he either granted or out and out released people. I think Adam Cole, rumor is that they was going to make him a manager of Cliff Lee, I think. And Adam Cole didn't want to do that. Of course, now he's had a couple pretty bad injuries since being at AEW. But yeah, and recently speaking of AEW, they recently signed Edge, Adam Copeland. That was a big coup. And of course, this is when during the Wednesday Night Wars. It's when AEW got CM Punk, and of course, everybody knows how that ended. But they did have Aaron Spears, who was the 10 guy. I can't remember what was called in NXT and WWE. And of course, he really ain't done much back there. Of course, now you got the Hardys also there. But they always have a big crop of former WWE guys. And like I said, not to re-harp, and I'm kind of going all over the place. I know, I'm sorry. But, it was basically former WWE guys and popular people in the internet wrestling community, or popular stars that the wrestling geeks like me and everybody else knew on AEW, just beating the developmental people. So you weren't really was there really a competition there? And you were winning with using former WWE guys. Um, so, like I said, in my opinion, it wasn't much of a war or nothing much to gloat about. I think Vince's ego kind of got the better of him when he, moved it from the network to USA. But I think it could have been a Peacock deal. My memory's a little foggy there. Maybe somebody, again, in the comments, refresh me. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting night. And I'm going to admit, I will admit this. This past Saturday when NXT had No Mercy and Collision, I was at some friend's house. We was watching No Mercy. I think we got through the 4-way tag match, which the one guy's, the brother tag team, whatever. I can't even think of their names. But they were okay. The Dominic match with Trick Williams, that was good, but everything else is kind of eh. So we switched it to AEW Collision. So don't get, I can see why they go. The people at WWE is going to say, "Hey, Cody, hey, Cena, could you, work Tuesday night this week?" Just to kind of give it some little oomph. And of course, me for a while, I'm not really that familiar except for Braun Breaker and like I said, Trick Williams. He seemed decent. Carmelo Hayes, he seems pretty decent. Now you got Becky Lynch as their women's champion. I guess it's just to fulfill that. Hey, she needs to be a Grand Slam champion too. Anyway, like I said, be interesting. I'm going to be watching one and DVRing the other one. Even though I honestly can tell you I don't not watch NXT a lot. I guess I should be punished. I'm a bad wrestling fan for not watching NXT. But anyway, that's all I gotta say about that. It should be interesting. What about you? What are you folks gonna be doing? Are you gonna be watching one over the other one? Watching one, DVR and the other one? If you are, which one are you gonna do? Let me know in the comments. And that does it for me. You folks have a good one. Take it easy. Thank you for checking out my video. I really do appreciate it. And of course, this is the part where I ask you, if you're not subscribed yet, to click on that subscribe button, leave a like, also share with friends. And if you want to follow me on social media, on Twitter, X, it's at RRPATRPTV46. On Facebook, it's this Ronald Ray. And yes, I need to turn in my man card because I do have a TikTok. You can find me on TikTok at RP2Vision. As always, you have a good one. Take it easy.